Hi friends, welcome to Nessa's Nook. Look who I have in the kitchen today. Mark's back with me. This is going to be just a very, very simple meal. We went out and ran some errands earlier today, and we went over to BJ's and picked up some stuff for his lunches. And I did not know, I know Sam's Club, and I know, what's
Walmart.
Costco. Costco sells it. I did not know the BJ's also sold the rotisserie chicken. So I'm thinking, great, because then I don't have to really cook. So I have my little cooker thing out here. We got some broccoli we're going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and do the instant butter potatoes. I'm going to do my own, I'll bring the camera and stuff over for that to do my own gravy, homemade gravy. But there's a little pan that goes in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring you down here. You can kind of see what both of us are doing. And we'll go ahead and talk through it. And Mark will be on the other side. That'll be his hands over there. So this is what we're doing. So he's going to go ahead and get this open. I'm going to open up the broccoli.
My hands have been cleaned.
Sure they are. No. So he's going to go ahead and put this actually in the June over there. We got that warming up. Go ahead and throw some broccoli in here. And I didn't realize there was a little bit bigger bag. A 2-pound bag. It's a little bit cheaper to do it this way. This way I could throw in how much we need and I don't have to try to shove in that whole 12-ounce bag. Now last time we made this, I did put 7 minutes on here. And I think 9 minutes is too much. 6 is way too short. So I'm going to do 8. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit start and get that going. Meanwhile, we'll put a little clip on this broccoli so broccoli doesn't get all falling all over the whole freezer. And then I'm going to go ahead and wait for a minute to do this potatoes because I want that to be warmer. But I'll show you over on the stove what we're going to do to go ahead and make up the potatoes. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this in the trash. And I'll just go ahead and wait till everything's ready for the trash. Oh, that can go in there too, honey. And then I'll show you over here on the stove how I'm going to do the gravy and how did we get that started. This meanwhile is started, and this is something I did a review on. It's this YOKEKON. Oops, you didn't even probably see that.
Yokon.
Yokon steamer. This was given to me as a review, and I really like doing my broccoli in this. I don't mind doing my broccoli on the stove, but this is just really nice, and I really like it. Unless I'm doing a bigger bunch that doesn't fit in here. I've done my rice in here so far, but I've only really done we've only done rice and broccoli so far. Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and bring you over to the stove. I'll show you on my gravy what we're going to do. We'll get this going. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take out my pan. And then I'm going to go ahead and I have my boiling hot water from the sink. Anybody that's been watching me knows I have that. And I'll go ahead and get out my spinny whirligig. I make my own brown gravy mix, and there's videos on that too. And I was trying to see, because I like to have gravy on top of my chicken and my potatoes. So we're going to go ahead and make the 2 cups. So this is actually going to be 4 tablespoons, which is just a little heaping over a 1/3 cup. Okay, just in case you didn't know that. I didn't know that. I just figure I would bring you along for that little bit of knowledge. Now I do kind of break this up a little bit. I always do shake this up in the jars before I use it too. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on this whirligig. And go ahead and get this all nicely done up. Now with this, what I have said before is this works very well, and if you happen to buy the pre-made brown gravy mix, you know it is not this nice like caramel color, okay? You know it's got a really nice color to it. So what I usually do is I buy this usually in a lot smaller container. I was going to freeze dry some of this, but I did try to freeze dry it. And it kind of like blew up all over my freeze dryer, so I won't be doing that again. And I'll just go ahead and pour a little bit in there, which would maybe be a teaspoon, if that. And you can see automatically how nice and brown that makes it look like packaged gravy. And then I go one step further. I make my own onion soup mix. So what I do, there is seasonings already in this, but there's a little bit more seasoning than this, so I put maybe about what would be a tablespoon of the onion soup mix in with this. And I just go ahead and cook this up. Now, I have this on almost high up here. This is going to come together, like seriously, in hardly no time at all. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on here. While you are watching this happen, take care of some of this stuff. It's always easier if you take care of the mess as you're cooking than to go ahead and wait till everything's done and then everything's just a big mess and you don't feel like messing with any of it. So there. That's done. Put that back on the burner. My belly hit it when I reached up. But this actually works so well for gravy, and I was using a few of the packaged gravies. I still have some left, but I was just wanting my homemade gravy today, so I thought, you know what? I'm craving it. I want it. I'm just going to go ahead and make it. So that's what I'm going to do. But as you can see, this starts to get thick pretty fast. Obviously, you know, if you don't start off with already boiling hot water, it's not going to be as fast. You can always start your water boiling first before you go ahead and put in your gravy mix. But this makes for incredibly cheap gravy. Just thought I got that all over my shirt. And even though the gravy is not super duper expensive at the store, it's still cheaper, and then you know what's in this. I mean, you don't have all these chemicals that you can't pronounce, and you know, everything of why you do things with your own stuff as much as you can naturally. But yeah, as you can see, this is starting to get really nice and thick. This will be done in probably about another minute. I'm not going to keep you on here to bore you half to death, but you'll see when we're pouring it over the potatoes how easy this is going to be. And then I will bring you back over to the island and go ahead and show you how I'm making up those instant potatoes that I have from Walmart too. Alright, the broccoli's got 1 minute left. The gravy is done. And what I do is I take my 2 cups of boiling hot water from the sink. That's what it calls for. And I go ahead and put this in now. If I decide that day I do want to put any milk or sour cream, I back up the water just a little bit. But usually, because I usually use that garlic mashed potatoes, which I don't feel it needs to have sour cream or anything. It tastes just fine. Well, at least to me it does. Mark's never complained. And there goes the broccoli. So I'll show you on that. But isn't that just amazing how instant potatoes just work so well like that? The chicken is done. Mark has just got to pull it out. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And you can see, I'll bring the camera over here. See how nice that is? I absolutely love that. Alright, and as you can see, look how nice and thick this gravy has gotten. It looks absolutely beautiful. Nice brown color. The chicken's all warmed up. So what I'm going to do is Mark's going to work on getting the chicken around while I get the rest of this around. And take my pot holder. I think that's easier. Kind of like just pour this out. Oh, you brought out the big the big knife. Smart move, honey. Alright. So go ahead and do that. Push the broccoli off to the side. Get the little butter out here. My knife for that is actually in the dishwasher. But go ahead and throw a little bit of butter on the broccoli here. Alright. And Mark's probably doing mine because I like the breast meat. Is that what you're doing for mine? Mm-hmm. Alright. That's more than enough, honey. That's
I kind of figured. I didn't think you wanted to.
like, that's more than enough. Don't get no more for me. All right. So go ahead and get some of the potatoes on here. I don't want a lot of potatoes today, but get some. And of course, there's going to be more potatoes. That's what we should probably do, is ask Kim if she wants some of this. See if she does. Anyway, so this is going to be the dinner. And go ahead and stir up the gravy. Mark's got all my words for me today, thankfully, because Lord knows I don't have them myself. You want gravy on your chicken too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Great.
Thank you.
So, there, friends, is rotisserie chicken dinner with some steamed broccoli and some mashed potatoes and homemade beef gravy. I hope you do like this. You've enjoyed it, and it's something that you've learned. If you made something like this before, let me know in the comments down below. And thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you have a very blessed and wonderful day.